city. You know you have to survive. You got to keep that dream alive. Where everything is free. Can't you see? Living in the city. You know you have to survive. You got to keep that dream alive. Where everything is free. Can't you see? So many different things to see. There's no time.
Okay, mic should be on. Everything appears to be fine and dandy. Visual text, which is this and that. There we go. Now friend on board. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Right, we're back for some more Hades, hopefully for another successful run. Maybe?
Yep.
Alright, cool. Let me just
I mean-
bring the game stuff in.
We pretty much always made more progress than the last time, so that will never change.
Is
right?
it possible we could do 2 successful runs in one stream? That'd be a miracle.
I mean, maybe. But
We'll feel for it.
yeah, at least we kind of took care of all the house stuff before we left.
Good.
So we might jump right into just.
Looks like father's changed the terms of the
Oh,
relationship.
this
What's this?
actually already is in fact.
What is
Yeah.
this?
So, in case you were like, oh, this isn't a challenge anymore.
Ah,
Yeah, this is where you pretty much do all that stuff where
but you get more rewards out
bonus
of it.
damage, you have less health, think they become greater numbers, they have more health.
If
Yeah,
there's something here that you don't want to impact too much, no harm enabling it.
yeah, and it doesn't really matter right now because like what it does, like if you get
Timer
enough
makes
heat,
Yeah, it's like timer
you-
makes sense. Seeing how quickly you can get through these.
yeah, like this is actually one of the recommend. But what pretty much happens is if you fill up the heat gauge at the left side, you can see you
Gauge.
get the special items again with the weapons. But like we're only trying to beat it 10 times, so we're not really grinding for those as much. So we'll ignore those.
Me personally, I would at least enable the timer for 9 minutes, considering how quickly you can get through these rooms.
Yeah, but I actually want to have the darkness because that means I get more health back.
Did you not get darkness when this enabled?
No, because you get the standard rewards again, like the Titan Blood, the diamonds, and everything.
Okay, so it's better in the later game than early game. Agony of beginning choice. Oh, what are we
Yeah.
running, by the way? Spear?
Spear, yeah.
Now to be proven wrong that it's not the best.
I mean, I'm actually like I still feel really comfortable with the spear. But
Yeah, I'm not judging
the
you.
arrow also had its moment, so
Yeah,
I'm
it's
going
just
to
like,
do
I'm not judging you, it's just like, don't deny the results. But I won't deny these results if it's the same, or better.
that. Also, we actually have health now. The start of
My
the game.
god. Alright, let's see what happened in the world in a few days. Let's see. Didn't do much progress on Mass Effect 3, from where I am right now at least.
There, that's it.
So I've gotten through... Like, Mass Effect 3 is majorly, like, I'd label it in 3 acts. So the first act is dealing with the Krogan Turian act. Second act is dealing with the Geth and Quarians. The third is... Well, third's a bit of a mix. Third is leftovers plus DLC. That's how I'd label it.
Yeah.
When you label the same.
Let's take all the evidence I
So I'm at Act 2 now, just at the start. I just picked up Tally because there's no reason not to.
Yeah.
Like, it's weird because in Act 1 when you pick up Rex and such, you're forced immediately into a mission, whereas in Act 2 picking up Tally, you're not forced to do a mission straight away. So what's up with that? So that's where I am right now. I could have played it today, but I just didn't feel like it. I think a little bit of burnout for the game just kicked in for some reason.
That's fair. Like
Either
in
that or
Mass
me
Effect,
playing.
especially like you really go all in once you get into game
Yeah, I
again.
do everything, and that does kick in every once in a while. I'll be like, man, this is a lot to do. And I've done this game so many times now. But that's the reason why I play the game with mods, just for that little bit of variety here and there, you know? But it's weird now that EGM is off. It's much more linear now, it's simpler, but it's also like, I've already seen the base story, what could change so much?
Yeah.
I've yet to experience the changes that are done with the enhanced DLC mod. I almost did, that's the thing, because like the first DLC that is apparently in the story sequence would be the Omega DLC. I don't like the Omega DLC because it's a waste of time.
Yeah, it isn't the
Like,
best.
content-wise, it's got a good variety of gameplay going on in there. You get to play with 2 squad mates exclusively there. I have a unique moveset and all that. That is good. Story-wise, no fucking relevancy to the main plot.
It's just weird because like Omega is still kind of an important part of Mass Effect. Like
Definitely, but it feels so inconsequential. So hopefully the enhanced DLC mod will better incorporate the reasoning as to why you should need to do Omega, which I think mostly is just for the resources mainly.
yeah.
I don't know, we'll see. I don't have to do Mass Effect 3 right now though, that's the thing. It's like, I could just leave it on the side, I can come back to it later. Though to be fair, even if I wanted to come back to it right now, for some reason the Origin launcher decides to be a little fucked today.
Oh.
So do you know what's going on with the Origin launcher right now?
I'm not sure, but I also noticed that Reddit was down apparently for quite a while.
Yeah, that happened to go down right at the moment when I needed this fixed, so thanks Reddit. That was just timing on my end.
Yeah.
That was weird, I didn't really look up what was going on with Reddit. But on the Origin side, at least this I do know. So I think about a week ago, there was an update to the Origin launcher that forced, and I do mean forced, a prompt to be like, please use the EA launcher now, even though the Origin launcher is perfectly fine. Yeah, I said no to that. The thing is, this prompt will not bugger off, will not go away, gets in front of the screen, interrupts everything. You can't click off of it, it's just in front of your screen. Please use the EA launcher now. Fuck you.
But Origin is the EA launcher. Do they have a?
No, there's a new one. Do you not know of this one?
Is it the? I mean, I noticed that they renamed the fact. What is it called?
EA Access, I think is what it is.
Yeah, the EA Access.
Yeah, their new
to
launcher.
EA Play.
Yeah,
Okay, so
it's
that
shit.
correlates to that.
Yeah, this new launcher, it's shit, apparently. For the little I used of it. So I said, no, fuck that. Thankfully, there was a little bit of a quirky code you could just slap in that just... Literally, there is a code in the thing that just turns it off, and yet you can't do that, whatever. So that worked for a week. Now there's another update for the Origin launcher right now that stops that little bypass from working. So now I can't use the Origin launcher, so... Thanks. I'll just wait for another fix to kick in.
Weird.
I don't want to use a new launcher. I want to use the one I'm currently using, but that stops me
Yeah,
from
it's like
playing Mass
you
Effect 3 right
already
now.
forced us for Origin. Why do we have a new thing on top of it?
I don't get it, because it can't be like a security thing, because it uses the same accounts from the Origin accounts, so what changes?
I don't know. There's probably some stupid reason why, but I don't get it either.
Right now I'm in no rush to really get back to 3 right now, so I can wait until there's another bypass to work around it.
Yeah.
I think I do have a bypass, but besides launching the game, I've got no real way to install and download the game again if I wanted to mod it, because I can't access Origin. Thanks.
Yay. Oh, that was a pretty bad touch.
It's like, I was giving compliments to EA, they were doing alright, and then they fucked up.
Oh, there's your issue right there.
So, in the meantime, just to get on my Mass Effect burnout, which I wish I didn't have, I've been playing Metal Gear 5 since I know that is not a streamable game, so I might as well judge that for myself correctly. I just snuck right back into it, really. Snuck. I literally just fit right back in as soon as I started playing. Yep, back into stealth mode. Found it again.
Nice.
Like, I'm not one for doing stealth, but when I'm into it, I'm into it. I can do it properly.
Also, actually a bit of relevant story with Demeter telling us that she once lost a child too.
Ah, how interesting.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
And also her, so.
Anyway. Yeah, I've been playing Metal Gear 5. This can be interesting to figure out how long the game was again. Like, I can't remember exactly how long it was. You know, the story to gameplay ratio, but it's really fun. Like, Metal Gear 5 is a really, really solid stealth game. And it still looks good, considering it was a game that was made on the very late launch of the PS3. So, early PS4, late PS3. It looks great on PS3, by the way, in case you wanted a copy on it, because you can. It's not the most optimal game for the PS3, mind you. It was kind of made for 4 in mind, but you know, you say the same to The Last of Us and all that. They got their PS4 ports and it still look good.
Hey, we actually don't have
Who are you?
Mac right now. Maybe it happens the first time you beat Hades. Maybe that's the trigger.
Yeah, it has to be.
Hey, you must be one of Meg's sisters. Nice to finally meet you. My name is Zagreus. Not murderer, definitely not.
He hasn't murdered yet? I say, like, everyone he kills down here just stays here, doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah, it's like, I actually can't kill anybody here. Oh, no, actually, we definitely murdered the satyrs because they're mortals.
Alright, so what changes with her? Does she have a different playstyle?
She has a different moves, that's it, yeah.
Okay, a bit of variety. So then, logically, the next time you beat Hades, this will change again. I'll keep note of this.
I don't have Divine Dash.
No reflection.
Yeah. Yeah, also she does this thing.
What'd she do?
She teleports into a smaller chamber.
It's not that much smaller. I see you got 3 of the curse totems now.
Yeah, this is what I bought in the upgrade speed that I did.
It's even smaller.
Yeah.
It'd be so bad if you could just reflect the projectiles.
Yeah. My kingdom for it.
Ow.
And, but the good thing is I can powerful right now, so.
What's the word?
And this is why I also don't do it, because like, see my health? It went up.
Yay!
Because I got darkness now, which I otherwise wouldn't get.
Okay. Sorry, I was thinking of a word of her for just only using one word, which is taciturn, where they're only using little or one word only.
Huh.
That's your word for the day. Taciturn.
Taciturn. Oh, that's something.
Learn something new every day. I learned that from a YouTube video.
I mean, where else are you going to learn things right now?
Yeah, I learned
YouTube.
more in the online world than anywhere else. It's too convenient.
Yeah, I mean, I probably still don't speak English the best, but like my English, like how fluent I am in English, see how completely butchered this up while I talk.
I know how to speak
so much.
word good.
Yeah, we feel English. That's a like.
Can't even do the reference right.
Yeah, it's like impossible.
Too focused on the game. A boat reference.
Yeah.
Is it unpossible? It's gotta be some
it has
variant
to be
of it.
something like that.
Something possible.
It has to be wrong, but impossible also sounds.
It's like I want to
right
argue,
now.
but not at the same time. I also agree with you on this. Wonder. No, they're the same. I thought these skeletons here, they would use the same model for Skelly, but nah. Probably the same basis, but heavily modified.
Yeah, because they know what they're doing and they put effort into the games.
Yeah. There's just like I know for a fact most of the characters here aren't hand-drawn, they're 3D models that have been filtered over. I mean, for an indie game, this makes sense. The environments are hand-drawn, though.
I mean, I still really love the art style of this game. So
Yeah, it's a great art style. It's just, you know, they knew where to save on resources and time and money.
Is a good thing to know.
Course is set.
Yeah, topics. Think about right now.
I don't think anything else has really happened recently. I mean, we already brought up the Oscars last time, and I didn't even see anything of it. I don't really care. Nothing.
Yeah, it's like nothing
nothing-
really exciting happened, I guess. Then
Yeah,
because,
because
like,
last time
there's
was
no
Will
meme.
Smith. Yeah, nothing happened this time. I didn't see anything. Let's see. What else? Can't think of anything. I'm either behind or I'm just blanking out really hardly. See whether good or YouTube tell me, specifically IGN. As much as I hate them, they are on point with actually bringing up news.
yeah.
Let's see.
Trying to think other topics. I mean, we already talked about Steam Universe, which is all really, really heavily spoilery right now because I'm almost done.
You're almost there.
And again, it's like, why am I so stingy about watching shows you recommend? It's like,
Hey, I'm just equally as stingy.
yeah, I mean, this is actually one thing that kind of makes me feel better. You're also really, like,
I'm
you also
stubborn
kinda
about. I'm
need-
really slow
yeah,
about entering new media that I should see.
Yeah.
But you know, once I see it, I'm committing to it.
Still actually really recommend the Outhouse until now, but I might just wait until the fun one to fully recommend it. As you know, it hasn't ended yet, and that's always a thing to consider.
Yeah, fair enough. It's not high on the priority list, but I'm mildly interested. So it's on the list. That's what it needs to be. You know, there's other stuff to see as well. And then rewatch the same shows 12 times over. To be fair, I'm
Yeah.
actually I am catching up with the original Dragon Ball because the anime, mind you. So like before Dragon Ball Z, there was just Dragon Ball, and that was a completely, I wouldn't say completely different thing, but you know, it was a different show back then. It wasn't as highly action focused as Dragon Ball is now.
Fair.
Shit, I still haven't saw. That come out yet? We're in March now.
Sorry?
I still haven't seen Dragon Ball Super Superhero. Fuck that title, by the way. I've still yet to see it. I've already
How
been.
many supers do we need in the name?
Yes. The title makes sense. It's just that's like you didn't stop for a second to think how stupid that sounded. Yeah, I've still not yet see it because the digital release for some reason is so long. At some point in this month, I know it's in March. The same can be said for the new Avatar. I think that's almost out digitally. By the way, Trojan, hello. I didn't ignore you. I was just in the middle of my conversation.
Hello.
See, I've still yet to see that. I'll do some research later. That can wait.
Fair.
I think we're going for an ice build at this rate.
Kinda, yeah. And also, kind of, Demeter kind of cursed the model lands with snow. That's also why it's snowing in Greece. Yeah. Oh, you meant dances. Okay.
That's it, Fimbulwinter. That's what I was thinking of. Sorry, more Norse mythology is seeping in right now.
Actually, quite good dual boon. Oh, I actually have money for you. Okay, John. Yes.
You know, for mythological adaptations, it's always Greek stuff, never any of the others. It's kind of a
Yeah.
miracle that Norse got an adaptation regardless. You never see anything Egyptian,
Yeah.
occasionally,
It's
occasionally China-based mythology. Never anything about the Aztecs or such.
it's just maybe it's like I think like the Egyptian mythology would be really interesting because
It
like I
would.
kind of know it a bit from Pharaoh, the city building strategy games, because they are also the gods and you have to, you know, please them as well because they're gods. And my god, if there's 5 minutes without them being worshipped, they lose their minds.
Yeah, I got a little interested with Egyptian mythologies just thanks to Moon Knight being based on that, and the Disney Plus show was actually. I was just more interested. It's like, oh, is this what like the Egyptian gods are like? I want to know more. Rather than be more curious about the Marvel stuff, it's like I want to know more about mythology now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just don't see other adaptations. I'm assuming Greek was picked because it was the most in depth and detail, considering most mythologies out there.
Maybe because like yeah, they probably
Like
is more.
with
But maybe
Norse
it's
is
also because it's just more relatable to us.
that, but also with Norse, there's a lot up in the air because it's not as set in stone. There's a lot of mixing textbooks out there, so it's not really. We're not really sure what the true source for Norse mythology really is.
Yeah, but does it matter? This is also like one of those things. It's like
Yeah, it's up to interpretation at a certain
It's
point.
like-
But why do the Greeks get the most in depth?
I don't know.
I mean, mind you, Greeks have a massive influence of our history with the Romans and all that. So
Yeah,
without
also
them, we
like
wouldn't be anywhere near as advanced as we are today.
yeah. It's just also like funny because like the Romans pretty much just completely copied the pantheon, right, and just renamed it.
Pretty much.
I think that they kind of have the exact same gods.
No, some things start mixing. Either way, it's clear that there's a bias for the Greeks and the other mythologies need to be nursed.
Yeah.
Which is probably why God of War is going to be heading towards that path at some point. Not really sure when.
Yeah.
But they teased it. They teased the idea, the concept, so I'm open to it.
I mean, I kind of also would be like interested in like Hindi gods, but I think that for like media is a slippery slope because you know there's still people actively worshipping those and that could be
Definitely.
really, really disrespectful.
Yeah, that's why I'm going for the more, obscure. Well, not obscure, just the ones that are most entertaining to work with, I guess.
I think it's more like that you kind of have to pick ones that are not actively pursued anymore because, you know, like even in like Austria, where we are not really religious anymore, it's still a bit of bad taste to make fun of, you know, God because there are still people that are religious.
Naturally. That, there's a certain point where it's just like, entertainment's entertainment.
Yeah.
That took a long
You know,
while.
entertainment can also be really, really
Depends.
inconsiderate and,
It depends who
insulting.
adapts it.
Yeah. And yeah, that's also like again a perfect example where I think he just healed 60 points because of the darkness.
Lovely. The floor 3?
Yeah, for free already.
Yeah.
Actually, not doing bad timers now.
I told you, you should have just gone for the timer. The real question
but, like,
is your
like,
build
again,
good enough?
I don't want, like, I want to heal myself with the darkness that I collect, and I still need to upgrade some of it.
I was gonna say, it's like, you're going through the floors really quickly. Are you upgrading just as fast?
I'm upgrading faster because I get darkness now from the bosses and not stuff that I can't really use yet.
I mean, during a run.
Sorry?
You know, buying the upgrades during a run.
But that doesn't change with the timer. Like,
Oh, whatever.
yes, please. Fuck the prophecies.
Said Kratos.
This is actually now I have my favorite combination of the spear, where the special actually bounces a wand on recall, and it does
Ooh.
critical damage. So it's like, you can
Yes, please, double
especially,
damage.
yeah, especially like on the stick rooms, stitch rooms. Then when there's everything, so you really clear rooms fast.
Ow.
Unless you and stuff like that.
You can't disable those, right?
No. I mean, they do help out occasionally.
Oh, the enemies can be hurt by them as well?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Just all the ice.
Let's see.
I do need a bit of healing. Yeah, let's just go for even more healing.
Okay.
And then we go for this because I don't have any money. And we already had this exact same decision, and I'm going to make the same choice where
Consequences be
Finals is-
damned.
that is very fucking good.
Yeah, that's practical. So is there a limit to how many of these upgrades you can acquire?
No, but some are like exclusive, like to the same slot, but then they're just general upgrades. So, and some even have like precondition that you have fun before and everything.
I'm sure there's like an achievement for getting the cap of maximum upgrades to hold.
I mean, I don't even know if this game has achievements, or if this is just because Epic doesn't boost achievements.
Oh, you're
Can't
playing as an
afford it.
epic, right?
Yeah.
Achievements were a late edition. I'm guessing Hades was in the early days of Epic, so it probably didn't get implemented. You know what, I'll,
Yeah, but I'm actually not sure if it was exclusive or if I just bought it because I had
no,
a
it wasn't. It wasn't.
Xbox One.
It's not exclusive. I just mean that Hades was implemented early in the Epic launcher, so it probably didn't get the implementation of the achievements.
Yeah.
I will find out.
Okay, that is
Achievement.
also fucking strong.
It should have achievements. Every game in today has an achievement. Stupid not to.
Do we go for a yeah, fuck it. I actually have not the worst build right now.
Yeah, your build's good, so gamble it.
The Bull of Minos.
Is it Minos or Minus? I think I asked this last time.
Yeah.
You mean face both of you together, which doesn't seem particularly fair.
That actually has a really good point. So, damn you.
Here we go.
Wow.
Yeah, it has achievements. As to what kind, that's the question.
Yeah, I think this is a keep your distance kind of fight.
Yep.
This is a he hits hard. I forgot that.
Yeah, it seems to have your generic batch of achievements of do X and Y thing. There's the achievement for pecking Cerberus 10 times.
Yeah, best achievements.
Best achievement. I'm not gonna. It's like over around 50 achievements. I'm not browsing through all those just to find out if there
yeah.
is. And also, I'm using the Steam app, so I can't just text search. I'm only like, ugh.
Oh, come on.
That's alright. Got two others.
That was really not necessary to remove that one.
Mm-hmm. Is it?
Yeah.
So is this encounter based on time or the amount of damage?
No, you have to get him low. I kind of wanted the additional.
And you were
boost.
so bloody close.
Yeah, you would know about it, wouldn't
Hmm.
you? Yeah.
Never trust a Zeus.
Something's amiss.
Hey.
You're not Hades. Ah, Thanatos. Okay. Keep forgetting Thanatos is a thing.
I figured it was only a matter of time before Father sent you after me to do his dirty work.
Zagreus, is that really why you think I'm here? Let's see how many of these exalted champions you can send back to their dooms. Unless you'd rather I would send you...
What is this, like a random encounter type thing? Or
Yeah, he pretty much just randomly shows up and helps you, and this is like this competition thing where if you kill more than he kills, he gives you an extra boon.
okay,
Not boon, but health upgrade.
fair enough. Well, at least he's not, disruptive or anything like that, really.
No. But like, there is like he pretty much like insta kills enemies, so like there is a really strict time. Like you really need to do your stuff to kill them quickly to
Thankfully,
win against them.
thankfully, Thanatos is slow when he's attacking, so you can
Yeah, but like for like higher HP enemies, like he insta kills them, so it's
Yep.
like
prioritize your enemies.
You got more of them than I did, huh?
You must be getting sloppy.
Just telling me
yeah.
goodbye. I suppose you knew I'd catch up with you sooner or later. Is that it? No escaping death and all.
I mean, you can't die here, really, so
Yeah.
not much of a threat down here.
I have to do this.
That's more motivation than I've ever heard from you. Well, if you won't
I wonder
say
if Thanatos is associated with... I know he's death, so he would have the sight, but I wonder if Thanatos is, himself associated with the sight.
Maybe.
Let's find out.
I'm doing kind of okay on money.
History search.
So, well, health, food.
You're good on health, aren't you? Or not?
It's like I'm thinking about which boons I would get from Zeus that I don't already have. So it's like, because like I only have one if he really gives me something good.
Let's see here.
Guess we won't find out. I just went for the safer choice.
Research, my favorite. Here we are. Well, nope, his adaptation is very inaccurate, for starters. So, it says here his description for Thanatos is that he usually wields a sword sheathed at his belt.
Ah,
And also carrying an inverted torch, so basically a torch holding it upside down.
that
But
is a bit
the scythe
worse.
thing, yeah, but the scythe thing, nope, no association. It's because he's associated with death. So that
And
clearly
that
is a
is
correlation there.
Yeah.
Splitters.
I mean, types are cool weapons, so I won't ever complain about them, but
There are, but this is the point of stereotyping.
yeah. I always forget the Hearthstone, not Heart, Kingdom Hearts member. Who was the one with the scythe again?
Marluxia.
Marsha.
I mean, he makes it work because of the rose aesthetic, somehow. The only other person I know that is using a scythe that isn't, well, inherently directly related to death would be Spectre Knight.
Spectre Knight? Okay,
Shovel Knight.
yeah, it's like, oh yeah, we played that. Oh, you played it.
We'll come back to that game at some point. It's just the next game would be Plague Knight, and Plague Knight is basically the exact same game as Shovel Knight, just slightly tweaked.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, it's just, they do better with the other characters because I think they just made Plague Knight a easy first step DLC character to make things simpler. But Spectre Knight is more original.
Honestly, I'm not doing that right now against. Like, I'm taking so much damage from these enemies.
This is what you get for praising so much about your glorious health. It's taken away when you keep mocking it.
Yeah. Oh, I actually got 2 of those.
Give me health.
Yeah.
Am I right? Am I right?
Ah,
Yeah, sure, fuck it.
boom.
You got all that fruit in those carts and you can't just take those.
Yeah, because it's just normal food.
No, it's gotta be food for the gods only. So,
But
alright, so since Megara boss got changed, do these two get changed at some point as well?
no, they don't really change.
Weird. How much of the boss variety in this game then is there? I get it. It's an indie game, but you know, I'm surprised there isn't much variety per floor bosses.
Yeah, I mean they have their variants a bit, but yeah, they stay the same. And then there's Extreme Measure, which I think I might actually show off. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, holy shit, that
This is practical.
shouldn't have this Suros because that dual Buna just got actually slaps a lot.
Do it again. Yeah, this is a very good combo, because the slow down means they can't get out of the fog easy. This is a good combo. Now I'm picturing it with Hades. Oh, what's that? You got a shield? Fuck you, I'm just gonna ignore that.
Like, look at his fucking health disappear.
This is a sensible boss fight now.
Look at it.
Fuck you! Smooth.
Fatality.
You also have to always thank your friendly shade.
Actually, because he's the only true fan here. Alright, you got a good build. So, tank up any defense you've got.
Yeah. Like the thing is, like Hades also doesn't move that much. Like especially in the
Yeah,
second phase when he
he's
does
quite
the springing
stationary.
thing. I think he will get so wrecked. Which is kind of ironic that he gets wrecked by a Swiss.
Zeus!
Ooh, 150. That's actually maybe Styx. That's how it's pronounced.
River of Styx and the Temple of Styx. We're not talking about wood sticks.
No, this is Minecraft. Yeah, let's go for our ways first and then get some money probably if we.
Good start. Great start.
Better start. Or better continue.
Yeah, I really need to take advantage of the ricochet and the fact I can just go around corners. Oh, Sat, you wanted to move? I say no, and stay right there. There's no cooldown for those, like a smoke
No,
bombs.
it's because you only have 3 of them, so.
Yeah, you got
I actually wanted to
solid
show off
build.
the spear right now, but I think I'm just showing up like how ridiculous casks can get if you get a good combination.
Got a good combination, and this is a fantastic combination. Yeah, I could definitely see a successful run here. As for 2 successful runs in one stream, I'm not sure, but this one, I can see it. Now, if I had some wood around here, I'd knock on it, but this table was fake.
But it's not wood.
It's a composite, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, I would compare it to an IKEA desk, because that's how IKEA furniture works.
Yeah.
I guess for the debate of topic, since it brought up IKEA, what's your experience with them?
I actually quite positive most of the time. Like, I mean, yeah, this is premium stuff, but it's also really affordable. So it's like,
Disgustingly affordable.
it's like, yeah, what else do you want to do?
Yeah, I've had a couple of like IKEA furnitures, like the shelving units used, not the shelving, What the fuck do you... Units. That's literally what we refer to them as. It's shelving units, not the shelf. Just shelving units, whatever. I've had those for quite a few years now, and they haven't collapsed or anything.
Oh, fishing place. I could overlook this.
This has got to be good value here. Oh, that's a thought. Can you fish in the mortal realm, I wonder?
Yeah, you can. And it
Oh,
actually
shit.
gives you the best rewards because, you know, nobody else can get there, which makes sense. And
Are you...
I can't.
I don't know what that is.
It's like, you're taking your sweetest time for that one. It's like, give me the fish already.
Well, we know if you fuck up, that's it. It's gone. You have to go through these rooms until you find the bag of food, correct?
Yeah, exactly. And this is also kind of, this is always a bit random, like when it will show up. Like, it's after 2 or 3s. But
Speedrunners hate this part.
yeah. Because,
Make a break a run. It's like if it doesn't.
look at all those freaking numbers.
So it's like if the bag doesn't show up in the first set of rooms, whatever, you might as well abandon the run.
I mean, you're almost at the end. I think you probably just practice-wise get
Yeah,
it.
practice-wise, but if you were doing a committal run, it's like, fuck, this was a waste of time. Because the devil. So they'll provide a fountain per time you find the bag, right?
Sorry?
You found the bag, but there was also a fountain there. Would they provide that per?
Yeah, they
bag
provided like before the fight, and you could actually explore more,
If you
but
want
they
to.
usually never bother because like I like
You're
my
already
health.
good.
Cerberus accepts the prince's foul offering.
He's not that big. You did this. I like that changes every time.
Yeah.
Alright, we're already here slightly under an hour. You're actually beating your personal time so far.
Yeah, I think it was a lot slower because I didn't have to wait for my health to regenerate it so many times.
I can see why you're tempted to do these runs so often now. You're going through them so quickly. I've done this once, I'll do it again.
Yeah.
This time with more cheesiness. This is based.
Miss Agros is based, so checks out. Also, I like that he destroys his capes every time we fight.
They're cheap. Though he destroys them in the most boring way possible. He doesn't like flick one arm to the side type style, you know, full, you know, Dracula style. No, he just lifts his arms up. Arr. Just so boring. I don't want to be too distracting, but the amount of those, I guess, frost bombs, like if you have 3 in one spot, that is multiple of the Zeus lightning strikes, right?
I think so, because
It looks like it. Oh yeah, I've definitely seen 2 at once there.
I'm doing so bad at dodging right now.
It's alright. It's just the practice bit.
Yeah. I mean, might actually be that I'm kind of anticipating the faster version of it already.
Maybe. The smoke... I'm not sure what the label is, the frost bombs or whatever. Those you throw, right?
Yeah.
Okay, they're not something you leave behind.
Hey, that's actually the first one you've thrown of this. What's going on?
Bit of variety, you know? Yeah, it seems most of your damage output is coming from the smoke bomb, pretty much, not the spear.
Yeah, I got most of my upgrades on that one, so it kind of makes sense.
You had to commit.
I mean, it just was giving me good ones, so yeah, I
Yeah.
committed.
I mean, not denying the results, it's keeping you safe. The only difference in this run majorly is that you can't hear these subs, so you do have to be careful.
Like, yeah, it's actually that one. I also got a. I mean, I think I talked about this often enough that I really like the soundtrack of this game. This theme is like the moment where we switches to the second phase boss is so good.
Boss music definitely determines how well you do in a fight. You're in the moment, you're in the moment. Jesus, chewing through that health. Most of the damage is coming from the lightning thing, which is a bit of luck of how consistent it hits Hades. But when it hits, oh boy, it hits hard.
I mean, as like previously, I also used to call at the same time, so that was major damage.
That's a lot of damage. Ooh.
I completely forgot that these things existed. It's like
Right, you got one more. Don't choke.
yeah, I don't think it. Like, I have pretty much HP. Like,
No, that's how you get cocky.
no, like even I can fully do this because like it's done.
Okay.
It's like I still had one death defiance.
Well done. That was just under 10 minutes of an hour.
Yeah.
Actually, less than 10 minutes, thinking about it. Sorry, forgetting the start of the stream timer. At around about 40 minutes.
45 minutes, yeah.
Then die already and get the hell out of my way.
Bitch, I can't die, I'll just go back home. Except I already have.
Watch yourself.
Alright, let's see how much longer you last
Yeah,
this time.
26, yeah, like, almost 38, so it's like a whole 12 minutes.
You got time for another run.
See,
Right.
we're making progress.
8
But
more
it
to go.
wasn't going to be that long.
It was hard to gauge at the start.
You know, and I also wasn't sure myself, but like, in worst case I would have turned God mode on at some point, and then I can just myself.
How much changes with God mode? Is it just like...
You get more damage reduction, which makes it a lot easier.
Okay. But since you're doing fine already.
Yeah.
Alright, I gotta check this of whether Persephone is mortal or a god. Pretty sure she's mortal, but I could be wrong.
Perhaps I ought to be more careful how I speak of them. Tell me, how was your journey? What happened?
Wow, I found a really pretty OP combo.
Didn't make it any easier for me. Nor would he tell me why he never sent for you after you left. So
Oh no, she's immortal. Okay, fair enough. Moving on.
I wanted to see you
I mean, which makes sense, like she wouldn't be alive now if, you know, she was mortal.
Yeah, but it's just, you know, the whole Hades thing and all that.
I need to know what happened between you and Father. Why are you here and not with us?
It was just too damn hot down there.
I don't live with myself anymore down there. After I left Olympus, a long story in itself, I came to be with your father in the underworld. It was a shock, to say the least. The others in your father's house were welcoming enough, but I never felt that I belonged.
I wonder why.
I know the feeling, I think. But you stayed long enough to have me. Those whom I've spoken to about you, it's as you said, they have fond memories of you. And then you even had a child. Did he mistreat you?
No.
I'm sure it's a conflict of opinions, isn't it?
Very difficult.
Yeah, when he mistreats
He was
us,
gentle
like,
with me.
is it still physical abuse if both sides do it?
Fine at times.
I mean, that's how family disputes happen.
Why I struggle
I mean,
terribly.
not to the fight to the death, quote unquote.
Yeah, but gods are get pretty
Yeah.
bored real quickly. There's nothing better to do.
Could not live down there according to whom exactly? The fates?
According to them, yes. According to your father and to Nyx. Even having heard, I took my chances anyway.
Ah,
But when you emerged stillborn, it was too much.
must have left immediately.
Fled and came to
But
us
did she not think for 1 second, it's like, you're in Hades. It doesn't matter.
beneath the notice of
I mean, having a stillborn is a pretty traumatic experience, so yeah.
Definitely, but
But why would father lie to you? If he never wanted you, or never wanted me, surely he had the means.
I don't
it
know.
doesn't matter if you're
I'm wondering
born
the same.
stillborn in Hades.
Look at you, Zach.
You still can't have life down there, even if you're dead.
It's happening again.
I'm assuming that's how that works. God knows how this works.
Yeah, I mean, I'm actually not
Maybe-
sure anymore why Zagreus lives right now. It's like,
No,
even
this-
if he's undead, like he would be moving and everything, but yeah.
No, this is why he can't live in the mortal realm. He's
Yeah,
not
I know.
alive.
Ask Hades what he
Yeah.
asked of me.
This is why he can't move here. The second he steps outside, his body's realizing, oh, I'm supposed to be dead right now? Let me kick that back in.
Until we...
Okay, at least this explains so much about this curse and why Hades himself can actually be out fine outside, even though they're related.
Yeah, but I guess it's also like, I think if Zagreus would just stay at the entrance, he probably also would be fine where it's like still close enough.
Yeah.
Hey, did you see? My brother. He's come back. He's
Who?
here somewhere, I think.
Oh, right.
Good old Thanatos. He's so busy all the time, he never talks to me. Kind of like your dad with you, I guess.
Indeed.
Oh, there he is.
What are you doing
Yes.
back here, Zagreus? I risked everything by helping you out there. So that was all for nothing then?
No, it wasn't.
Not sure why, but Thanatos sounds familiar, but I'm not fully sure why. Let's find out.
As father would say, I have some business to attend to here.
Well, don't let me stop. Always happy to risk
And the
my
voice actor.
station for your sake. To risk everything.
Let's see. Let's see done.
Your Highness.
And he's gone just as fast.
Yeah.
Go, lad.
He's busy because no, Death never sleeps.
And it doesn't. Let's
I
see.
found her again, sir, and
Uh,
we were able to
Nope,
talk some
don't
more,
recognize him.
but I have
No, they
some
definitely do a good job with
business
this game
to
using
attend to.
obscure actors.
Been of any help?
Well, first of all, good work.
This game.
I knew you had it in you. Secondly, you know what you have to do. Go find her. For as many
I'm just doing some
questions as
research on this game I've never heard of
That's
before.
Salt. It's the answers to those questions that you have.
Yes.
A strategy game and a mobile game at the same time. I'm staying out of that. No thanks. Anyway, I see he got home this time.
Yeah.
We have an understanding, Hades, yes. He is your own son, after all, and therefore your responsibility. I, in turn, have my commitments to this realm and to this house. You have aided me in them, so I remain, as ever, in your debt.
It is not necessary to remind me. Surely all those who once defied my brothers and myself would much prefer a post within my house over eternity within the lowest depths of Tartarus. Not that the darkness there would trouble you.
I hate it when they fight.
Are they really fighting?
We don't let anybody in or out
A
of this place,
bit,
do you,
but
boy?
yeah. Like, Is just pissed that, you know, she helps us and that we beat him now. Which, to be fair, we wouldn't be able to do without the mirror.
I found her, boy. My mother.
There's got to be a point where the other heads just let Zagreus pet them because they've got to get jealous
it's
about
the
it.
Same animation all the time.
So,
I don't believe you.
see you at the temple then.
The ghoulish feature.
This is another case of Cerberus and how the hell it works. It's like, so if one of the heads really likes being petted, doesn't the other two heads feel that emotion? You know, do they get the what is it?
The shared, yeah.
Endorphins, I guess, for receiving it.
Makes me a bit self-conscious, truth be told. Seeing
You do know why this person died, right?
But do you know?
I believe I do. The musician is a guy, right?
Yeah, he's a guy.
Yeah.
Wait, it's 150. It's a fucking lot.
Right, so Orpheus, that's who that was, right? Sorry, forgive me if I'm forgetting names and all that with the musician or whatever. Basically, his myth was that his wife basically died, and his journey into Hades and all that was to go get her back and bring her back to the mortal realm. Kind of works. He almost convinces Hades to let her out. The problem was is that Hades is like, nah man, this is my job. She has to stay down here. But then Hades' wife actually was got upset about the story that Orpheus was telling through the song, mind you, because that's what he does, and got her. So Hades is like, okay, fine, I'll let you take her out. One requirement though, you got to lead your wife out. You can't look at her. You won't be able to hear her or see her or anything. You can't look at her, but you can lead her out, and that is the rule. And he almost did it. He gets, like, Orpheus gets out of the cave, whatever the entrance to Hades. He turns around, and there's his wife. And back into Hades she goes, slowly, because he turned around to look at her. It's like, you could have waited 5 more seconds. And so that's it. Orpheus fucks up. He doesn't go back down to get her again. And that leaves Orpheus in a supremely depressive state. So depressive that all of his songs that he plays pisses off everyone, basically. All the songs he plays upsets everyone hearing it. It's like, kill the fucking bastard. He is upsetting everyone because of him. And now he's down here.
Actually, really faithful enough the game is then.
Yeah, so he's still in his depressive slump, even though he should be able to find his wife down there. Whatever. Hades, what are you doing?
Yeah. So, since we got all the other weapons, we got a new one.
The claw.
And I don't like it because it's just melee-based.
Very short range.
Yeah.
This requires a very tanky build.
Really good dodge reflexes.
Is there a type of upgrade that will just let you just ignore projectiles? I know that's pretty specific, but
no.
You know what I mean.
No, not completely.
Because it would be more practical with, the melee build. But, like, if it was an upgrade that allows you to ignore at least small projectiles, not all of them.
No. We wanted stuff, like he's kind of the explaining stuff character.
Yeah.
And yeah, since we have an hour, let's start another one.
Yeah, you can do this. I will allow it.
None can endure an everlasting winter's chill, young Zagreus. Not even your father's lifeless servants there beneath the earth.
Zagreus, you literally experienced cold. You know what it feels like now.
She also has a really good cast where you just get like lasers that follow enemies.
Pew pew. Oh, how can I tell what the build's gonna be now?
Yeah.
It's been less about the spear and more about the upgrades now.
Yeah. And I do really like, I tend to go to builds that just become brainless spamming of things.
There is no shame in that. I've done the same.
Yeah.
So, what was the other doors icon? Because I don't think you go through that one often.
That is gold, which is like,
yeah, you don't build that. Doesn't take long for you to build that up much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right. We're definitely going to do this.
Just as soon as I can get out and stay there for a couple of minutes longer.
It's like, like I can get 100 gold coins to buy something, or I can just go
generate it.
Go get the stuff I would buy with it. So it's like really kind of a no-brainer. Yeah,
why waste a room for gold when you can just earn it and get an upgrade at the same time?
Because like the boons are 150, so it's like you're not like it's just straight up more valuable.
In theory.
No, not just a few. It's like it's straight up like the 100 gold you get is not worth the 150 you would pay for a boon at Charon.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, I also prefer health over the increase of the boon stuff because like
You're not
they don't
fully
change
confident
the game
with your playstyle
so
yet.
much.
Is there ever an upgrade that allows you to just attack through walls?
I don't think like you can take around walls, but not really for them.
Yeah, that should be a thing. For one of the weapons at least. I'm not sure which one would be appropriate though. It's either for the weapon or the sub ability thing. Like that is a really practical ability.
Yeah, it would be, but it's like again you kind of break the game in half in a really easy manner.
No shame in that, because you gotta do this in under an hour anyway.
Who doesn't love this stuff?
I've been doing this for the past few days, because thanks human body being quirky as it is. Do you ever have a spot on your tongue that you somehow manage to bite, even though it shouldn't be possible?
Yeah, and then you kind of bite it more because it sticks out and it's awful.
Yeah, it's just it makes it a bastard just talk in general. Like, no, how much water I put in there just to cool it off? It just, heats right back up. Thanks. It's literally like at the very back corner of your tongue. It's like, how the fuck did I put my tongue in a position where it could be bitten like that? I don't even remember biting it. That's the worst part about it. It's like, when did this happen?
I don't know.
Down there. I tried to match him up with some more wholesome types, but no, and here we are.
Yeah, so it really will work out great if you do stuff like that. It can possibly be a bad idea ever.
It always makes me wonder, what the fuck was Disney thinking of adapting anything Greek mythology and thinking, yeah, we'll make Zeus the good guy? What? Did you not actually do your research?
Because he's the overgod, so he has to be good.
There's never been a good leading god. I don't think. Never been convinced. Not even Odin's good.
Yeah, like I mean, I think the first Thor movie actually does this, like, establishes this really well. Like, everything is his fault if he just didn't raise Loki.
He had good intentions, but, the reactions from Loki himself made complete sense.
Yeah, it's like, like, of course he's gonna be jealous if his brother, if he can never become king himself. It's like...
Well, both jealous and just outright upset of his nature, of what he was exploited for.
And also, being lied to the entire life. It's like...
The fact that he was just being... Technically, he was being planned to be used as a token, as a boon. As a way for peacekeeping. Just like knowing that he was kept alive just for the possibility of peace. It's like, that is levels of fucked up, but makes sense strategically.
Actually, was quite aggressive because I wanted gold.
No, yeah, sorry.
And I will get the health back at some point anyways.
I missed the... we talked about this. We talked about this last time, but it's just like, man, the actual first Thor movie is actually quite decent.
Yeah, it actually holds up quite well. Yeah, then there's Dark World, which I just don't recall. Like, it's just there, like the I actually don't even know what like the point of the Dark Elves was, like what their plan was ultimately. Were they just like, yeah, we're going to...
They were just an evil force for evil force sake, because the reality stone.
Like, did they have anything that made them interesting? And I don't really
No, and that was the issue, really. No matter how much you put Christopher Eccleston into it. That was him as the main Dark Elf leader, by the way.
Who?
The Ninth Doctor, Christopher Eccleston.
Oh.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh.
It makes sense when you look at him now. It's just like, man, that makeup does work. Yeah, it's like, yeah, the Thor 2 was, it's fine. It's not bad. It's just basic. It's just weird that it's weird that the MCU movies kind of do better standalone rather than trying to be connected.
Yeah,
Weird as the concept as that sounds.
Until you made it all the way outside. And I believed it for a while there. Yet here you are. What happened, might I ask?
I made it out of here indeed, sir. I always said that I was
Are
leaving.
you gonna give the stone a gift at some point?
There's no reason for me to come back.
if I can.
Which is visiting my friends from time to time.
Well, I am certainly delighted to hear that. So long as you achieved what you set out to do. But what brings you back again this way? More than a social visit?
So does Sisyphus?
Well,
oh,
so-
come on.
You're right.
Fine. I was gonna ask if Sisyphus's room does it impact the run, or is he just like a free extra room?
Before long, I
He gives you free stuff and you don't have to fight stuff, so it's like, go
Okay.
to him.
Okay, good free random element.
Yeah, it's like whenever you get like the exclamation mark with the special help for the NPC, go there because they give you great stuff.
Yeah, it's just a free room. It means your run goes by a little smoother and faster, I'm guessing.
Yeah. And now that I heal from darkness, this choice that was
It's a
already
free
quite
heal.
obvious, yeah, becomes even more obvious.
I'm gonna give the gift. Oh, okay, bye. Fuck the rock.
I can't give the fuck something. I think he has to trigger it that he tells me to talk to Boldy.
Yeah, it looks like you could talk to it. I saw the question mark. Oh, no, the speech bubble thing.
Yeah, just missed this.
Maybe you just didn't try.
Maybe I wasn't placed correctly, yeah.
Well, next time I'll try and pester more about that. Trying to guess what
correctly.
trying to guess what these enemies with the clubs are based on, because most of the enemies are based on something, like skeletons and all that. Are they just supposed to be just generic gladiator warriors then? I guess.
Maybe. I mean, Trolls are not really Greek mythology, right? So it isn't like that.
No, they don't really have dwarves.
He actually has a quite good dash.
fury,
I was gonna go with the AIDS, but whatever.
the power of the gods.
To reacts when you do something with them. Neat.
Hi there.
You a different one?
Yeah.
Okay, so they do literally almost reuse the same character model. Just different textures, really, end of the day.
One of Megara's lovely sisters. I don't believe we've had the pleasure. Waiting for what exactly?
Yeah, we did do a successful run, so she changed. So this is the problem. If you don't do a failed run, I won't be able to tell if they just changed, per attempt now.
I mean, I think they do regardless then at some point, but
Because you've already done a successful run, you won't experience the second one as much now. Oh shit, I forgot about that. Sorry, I was just thinking about how, like, in the Disney adaptation for Hercules, we only see Megara, we don't see the other Furies.
yeah.
And I just randomly remembered that there was, at this point in time for Disney, they were making a couple of TV show versions of their movies. Aladdin had one, and I believe Hercules had one.
Hercules had other ones. Like,
Yeah. It's just like, oh yeah, shit, I forgot. That happened. That existed. So, Disney Plus, why are they on Disney Plus?
wait, they are not.
They are not. Pretty sure. You can say the same to the Buzz Lightyear Star Command. It's the same thing. That one's definitely not on there, as much as I wanted to be. Same with the house. Seriously, Disney Plus, you got other shows. Where are they?
Yeah, I also do remember like Cusco's. No, the show was called Cusco's.
New School.
School. Yeah, the Empire's New Groove was a show which I actually like. I actually watched it first before watching the movie,
Which is
and I
fair.
really enjoyed it. And I think it actually still kind of holds up even afterwards.
It's a bit questionable on the canonicity of it, but whatever.
Yeah, but like.
Most of the Disney
The-
shows weren't very canon
But to be
complicit.
fair, like the movie already breaks so much like fourth wall that like, can you that even consider canon?
I wonder how
Like,
much.
it doesn't take itself that serious anyways. It's like,
I wonder how much of the writing team for that show was transferred or at least stuck around till Phineas and Ferb, because I feel like they're the same kind of thing, aren't they?
maybe, yeah.
I mean, am I wrong? Or at least some influences.
Yeah. Which, yeah, also felt like, shouldn't be as good as it is. I feel like the concept is so wacky and it just works.
Always with the hate the mind mentality that children's media can't be entertaining for adults. It's like bullshit. I'm still watching kids media today.
Yeah, case in point, I'm just watching, like, I mean, for me, like, The Last Airbender, literally my favorite show. It's
Hmm.
like,
Like just because it's made for a young audience isn't stopping everyone.
yeah, and you can make something for a young audience and also make it good.
Still be appealing to
Like,
others.
I'm not sure which, like, where this is, but like some like of the movie review stuff, and like also like pretty much says it's just because it's a movie for kids does not mean that it has excuses being bad. It's like,
That's the thing with media. It doesn't matter who's watching it. It's made. It's out there. Anyone can see said media. So what's to stop said adults enjoying kids media?
yeah, it's also like that just because it's just a movie for a kid doesn't mean you can't put effort into it and actually make it decent.
Exactly. The counter argument is that when some kids shows were very, very poorly made, it's just like, it's for kids, doesn't matter. I hate that mentality so much, but at the same time, it's just like, it's half right, but mostly wrong. It's like, yes, it's for kids, they won't know better, but it's kind of our responsibility to make sure they do appreciate better, you know?
Yeah, and like, there's stuff like you can make, like, there's a huge difference of, even like Disney movies, Pixar, it's its own league. But, and then, what is a bad example? I mean, does the B movie count?
For what? Exactly. Just as
I don't know,
entertaining media?
I'm trying to think of a really bad children movie. Oh, I have a perfectly example, Shark Tale. Like,
Yes, that's a good one. Okay, good comparison. Go on.
it's like, that is just awful. Like, even as a child, I think 2 times I started watching it and I couldn't finish it.
It's got appeal because I've seen it. I did somewhat like it, but if I go back to it now, it's like, you know,
I don't
outright
know, like,
bad. But it's just like I've seen better. It's got good
I don't
ideas
know.
and concepts, but it's just, ugh.
Like, I don't know, like, I think even as a child I couldn't get over the hip, trying to be hip but not being it.
Yeah, it doesn't quite know what its tone's meant to be. It's got the core idea, just not great at executing it.
Yeah.
So I bet you the nostalgia critic hated it because it had the liar reveal.
So, do I get? No, actually,
They're
let's go
both boss
to this
runs.
thing.
Fuck it.
Yeah, but it's like, what boon do I want more? Then I realized I could get the.
Well, at least he acknowledged it.
The exposed boom, which actually helps with the spear a lot.
You don't really have anything reflective right now.
I got the spear upgrade.
Oh, okay.
Reflect.
Sorry.
So
Well,
the special does it.
But you can get reflective something else, maybe.
Yeah. But I would actually like to have the exposed thing so that backstab does even more damage.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what we get.
Oh, I never got to. Ah, damn. During our run for Legend of Spyro 2, I never got to borrow this up. Because timing. I mean, I guess I could.
Alright, this is a waste. Why are you giving me this now?
Okay, what's more practical for you, build?
Yeah, it's like the 3 seconds because like I don't want to overlap attack with also reflecting.
You focus. Take animations.
Oh
Dicks.
man.
Nope. There we go. Right, anyway. Right, so I was meant to bring this up at some point during the Spar 2 game, but just straight up forgot, considering how much the game was damn right at grabbing all my attention, somehow.
Yeah.
They were fun, not denying that. I had a great time. And annoying at the same time. I was meant to bring up, because I found this out before I played Spyro 2. So, during the release for at least Legend of Spyro 3, there were at least talks or an announcement that there was going to be a Legend of Spyro film. And at the time, it's like, that makes sense. That makes complete sense, because Legend of Spyro does have the story to make a film adaptation of something. I think there was an official rendered poster to confirm that yes, this film is happening, and then it just quietly just didn't happen. It didn't show up. Nothing. It got cancelled. Till quite recently, there was a iteration script, at least a draft, a fourth iteration draft script of the film. It's bad. It is so bad. We dodged a bullet. We dodged a big bullet.
This is also something why can't they just make good video game movies? Especially stuff like Spyro, which, just
it could
make
work.
It good. It's that can't be that hard.
The problem is they got the people who handled... have you heard of Norm of the North?
Sorry?
Norm of the North. Have you heard of that one?
No.
Okay, kids CGI film, really bad. Same people were handling that. Right. So... at least this draft, the thing is, it's this is a draft, this is one of the iterations. I'm pretty sure the script could have changed a lot, if it got finalized, so I give that benefit of the doubt. But the vibe we got off this adaptation was really, really bad. It was mostly an adaptation of the first game, with a lot of jumps straight to the third, pretty much. Just okay, whatever. I guess they weren't quite sure if this was good enough to get sequel bait, so they just... Again, that was with the fourth iteration draft, mind you. We have no idea what the other ones looked like. But, it's mostly just an adaptation of the first film. A lot of filler training sequences, because naturally there is. And for some reason, at the start of the film, the traditional kids' high school shenanigans stuff, where Spyro is, sticks out. Because it goes to Dragonfly High School for some fucking reason. Is a lot of cringe kids high school crap for some fucking reason.
Put this in.
I don't know. It's absolutely fucking filler. It's got nothing to do with the film afterwards, by the way. Good half the film's filler is montage stuff.
Why even include this?
Because it's a kids' film. Yeah, so we dodged a massive bullet.
Why? Seriously, I shouldn't be surprised because these are the decisions that are made by people who are 50 and kind of have no idea about the things that they do, but still, it's can you not get somebody who has at least heard of this?
I don't know, man. The only thing is, though, that the film, at least with the script we got, did have some concepts that I would approve of, like the implementation of how Cinder was implemented the story. Annoyingly, she has little interaction in the film. Annoyingly.
Of course it does, because why would you use this chance to flesh out a character that people like?
The little interactions we got were decent. They actually show they use Malfoy way more in the film's script than we've ever seen him before, so I appreciate that. But yeah, they squandered her really badly because they have Cinder. I feel like they were planning her to be more of a recurring villain type thing. Maybe, I don't know. Again, script iteration. They get Cinder reverted back to her normal form midway through the film, not at the end. Midway, so it's wait, where the fuck's the story going then? I guess we're having this, the last third of the film is the war against Malfoy. It's wait, this should happen in film 3, not in the first film.
Yeah, and it's also like, why are you wasting one time on Dragonfly High School if that is the end game? Like,
I know. It's such a
this
clash.
sounds like a DC movie right now where they cram 5 storylines into one fucking movie.
That's
because
exactly
I don't
what
know
it is.
why they are doing this.
That's exactly what it is. And what's worse is that they do the whole arc thing, because we saw some of that in Legend of Sparta 2 with Cinder regrets of the things that she's done in the past, whatever, you know, with the amount of dragons she killed in their, you know, corrupted form. Thing is, though, in this film adaptation, we see the process of Cinder being corrupted, and then it gets changed back in the same film. Problem is that happens in the current day time. So she hasn't done any of the atrocities that she claims she's done in the film. It's like, wait a minute, you haven't done anything! You literally just got here, changed back, and just... nothing's happened. Why? I feel like that's one of the things that could have been changed with the script change, but... we dodged a bullet.
Why?
I'm just happy with the games that we got because they were focused on what they wanted to do.
Seriously, why?
I'm sure it would have looked pretty as a CGI film, though. It probably would have been nice. Maybe, I don't know.
Not for this. It's like...
the script does not support the art style. I love when this type of stuff leaks, because it's outright fascinating.
Yeah, this is honestly like, sometimes you just look at like decisions companies make and be like, how did we end up there? Like in the where like tens and 20s of people like have to be involved to, you know, sign this. How does nobody realize what they're currently doing?
You got me. On the topic of script leaks, this was quite a few years ago. I remember. So there was. This is a fan film, by the way. There was a particular YouTube channel that was pretty confident on making a fan-made CGI Bionicle film that was supposed to be based upon at least the original 3 CGI films, something like that.
Okay.
But the guy had his own art style, whatever, and all that, and he was quite confident on doing it. Thing is, though, the project got cancelled, but the script did come out, and oh boy, it is a bad script. Oh, it is so bad, and does not mix any of the lore of Bionicle. Nothing fits. None of the characters are right. None of them. So I feel like this was a case of a fan, or at least a person who was able to somewhat understand the lore of Bionicle, just did their own thing. This was a few years ago now. But it's like, ooh, dodged a bullet that probably would have looked equally bad and equally badly written.
Yeah. But this is like, okay, this is just, you know, a fan doing something. Like, if this doesn't work out, like, you understand that.
Yeah, but this is for the Bionicle fandom, and this was something that we looked forward to for quite a few years. So...
yeah, I can see like how it's... but it's like... I'm way more forgiving when it comes to that, because like, yeah, it's literally just a fan. How should... like...
yeah, but this was a guy
if
who
I
was
write
pretty...
something, my script would be bad, even with my best intentions, and if I understand the source material and everything. But
yeah, but the guy got it so wrong. Like, a questionable level of, like, are you even sure you're a fan? Degrees of questionability.
okay.
I don't know, man. Like, I think the guy did have, like, some budget going on behind it, or at least some help. So, I don't know, man. Oh, so what's this mechanic?
I can borrow 300.
How do you pay it off?
Should I do it?
How do you pay it off? Clearly, how's this work?
You want to find out?
You have to fight him to keep the money?
Yep. Ah, well, let's fucking do this.
Wow, thank you, Charon.
So, this probably won't be a success right now, I'll tell you that.
You fucking dare steal from me?
Sorry. So, that's kind of a secret boss fight.
Naturally.
Charon, look, I can explain.
It was just a joke, bro. I'll give it back.
Stealing from you, honestly.
After all I've done for you.
That was not an understanding sound. Wait,
I wonder if you can only borrow the 300 once you've actually paid the equivalent. I mean, you must have paid more than 300.
That actually could be how it is triggered, yeah.
You must have paid more than 300, considering per, like, at least the upgrade thing was 150. It's like, you've done more than that.
Oh yeah, and it does like 50 damage per hit.
Ow.
Of course it does.
And your building is super awesome as it could be.
Yeah, because like you're also fighting usually fairly early on, so it's like... But I am doing damage to him, so that is at least something.
Yeah, you could do it. You just need to be able to not get hit. Get gut scrub.
Yeah. I think I will just use the cast it, because like I
that does
ruined
the
the special
damage.
because I have to charge it up now, which fucks up everything for me, because I'm used to just spamming it. No, don't go into your fucking invulnerability phase right now.
But I will. Fuck you for stealing my money. I'm assuming you do get a decent reward for at least beating him the first time.
Oh fuck.
Just focus on beating him. The run doesn't matter now.
Yeah.
You weren't
Like,
feeling the run
with
anyway.
like my overpowered god like mode where I have like a really decent amount of resistance, I still sometimes die to him or I lose way too much health during his fight.
Ow.
Yeah. Like that.
Yeah, this is your last life, right?
No, I have one more.
Oh yeah, okay, sorry. I do like the music, it's a nice boss remix for which room you're doing this on.
Well.
Ah, okay, you do get something for it.
Yeah, you also do get the 300, I think you...
Membership card. What does that do? Is it a discount?
You get... Fuck,
oh,
come
fuck
on,
you!
game!
That's just mean. Anyway, the card.
yeah, you get percentages. I think it's like 20 percentages off
Nice.
Future shops.
Well, that was worth doing at least. You got benefit for the next time.
No, it's only for this one, so yeah.
What? you only get the card for the run?
Yeah.
That's...
So it's like, you lose so much fighting him because like, you don't fight him often, he's really strong.
That is so not worth it.
Yeah, like if you're good, it probably is worth it, but...
If your build is good enough, but that's like if you're really daring for it. It's stupid that even if you steal the 300, you can't just spend it straight away.
Yeah.
Well, let's just see how far this goes. I'm not feeling it now.
Yeah. Like, I've messed up with... Like, I mean, I just wanted to show it, so it's like good.
No, yeah.
Oh well.
You want to just stand there and let them kill you?
No, I'm not going out without a fight. Like, if I'm lucky enough to run into that one helpful fellow that restores all my death defiance again.
All of them, or just the one?
All of them.
Oh, that's... if you get lucky. Hello, H Rally.
Hello.
Just missed well, not just, but we've already done one successful run, and we almost had another successful run, I guess, but ain't feeling it now.
Yeah, I made a mistake and fought the secret, not secret, but the special boss that
an optional challenge
all the time.
Not worth it.
Okay, good. At least I'm not dying here today. So, please give me something good now that I defeated this, like, seriously.
H Rally, this is Hades, and it's mostly a roguelike game, and that's it. that's what this game is.
I mean, I might not make it off next chamber if I don't get that now.
It doesn't matter now, mate.
Yeah. Like, if I'm really lucky, I can turn it around, but I'm not feeling it, so...
This is the interesting thing with these roguelike games, is when you're in a fuck it phase, it's like, you don't care if you win or lose, just see how far this goes.
Yeah.
So, consequences be damned, you're not really committed, and then you get right at the end, and you decide to be committed, for some reason.
I mean, like the first time we encountered Hades, I also gave him up on the one already. So,
You weren't on your best build.
but then it was literally when we ran into the guy on in Elysium, and he restored all my death saves and actually saved his run.
Hmm.
Oh. Come back on.
Huh. Good for you, H-Rally, for focusing on the music, especially piano. That's not an easy instrument to do, considering I tried it and it didn't click with me. I can't read musical sheets for the life of me. It doesn't translate to me for some reason. I'm not sure why. I can't read it. But props for just focusing on music, because it's not an easy thing to get into. So, do what makes you happy.
So I also decided to fuck this one up even more because I didn't like the reward for the next chamber. So maybe this one will be better.
Okay. H-Rally just confirmed that yes, piano is the hardest.
Yeah, I think violin is also one of the hardest because like to even sound decent with it, oh god, this is slow.
I think like the only musical instrument I can do is the ocarina, because of how the instrument works. I can actually use a variant of musical sheet that is completely eligible to read. Ow. But the only reason I wanted to try piano, at least I tried it, was mainly Mass Effect 3 with the piano theme to it. It's like that should be easy enough to learn, right?
Yeah.
I was dead wrong. Yeah, like your hands gotta. Yeah, the H-Rally just confirms it. Like, yeah, you need the hands to actually allow you to play piano. I do have the hands, but I just don't have. It just doesn't click with me. If the instrument don't click with you, don't force it. Basically, you can learn it, but it's just like if it doesn't mesh with you, you're not having fun with it.
Yeah, that's right.
Ever wasteful of your time and mine. How fares my underworld?
Yeah, only lucky that Sharon fucked me up.
Well, at least some things are running smoothly still. Next you go to die again, do give the tortured souls out there my warm regards.
Always feel better talking to you, boy.
I've forgotten what the general rule is for mastering something. H-Rally just brought up that it takes 5 to 15 years to learn professionally. So it's
that's dedication.
Yeah, it's like, what was the time specifically for mastering something? Kind of bullshit though, because it's like technically you master anything, like mastering walking. I've done that for so many years, like all my life, and yet I still trip.
Yeah, but I also feel like that they're just putting hours into something doesn't fully apply. You also have to like make effort to improve.
I think
like practice is important, but you need something that actually guides you in the right directions.
I feel like they threw that on there just to make you feel like you've actually committed your time wise and didn't waste it. I must be an absolute master of gaming, clearly.
Also, Orpheus is searching for somebody down here.
I wonder who that could be.
Yeah.
Maybe just ask Hades and bring her up.
This is the only thing I don't like about Nyx, is that she's really hard on Dusa for no real reason.
Literally, I don't blame you for the mentality of wasting time on games. I really don't. Problem is, when you have a lot of free time, you don't know what you're supposed to spend it on. And that's how it starts.
I mean, this is also my thing. It's like, yeah, of course they're a waste of time, but I enjoy it. So, like,
whatever makes you happy.
I don't need to do every hour of my day something productive because I already work and do other stuff that's productive. So it's like, yeah.
That's why hobbies exist. It's supposed to relieve that mentality of wasting time and just be like, I want to just have those nice endorphins for being fun. Video games are definitely a good dopamine. As long as you control it sensibly, mind you. I bet you this mentality of mine will change completely as soon as I find a job, because I've never had experienced job life. One day.
Yeah.
Probably sooner than later.
Oh, did I get?
Scratch one off the fated list.
Oh, yeah, because I met all of
You
them.
can have
Nice.
friends in low places.
Well, at least you can see all of them now.
Yeah. Most of them, yeah.
Oh, there's more on one page. Ah, I thought it was just the one.
Yay, Max there. Let's see, because I kind of want to upgrade again, like all the weapons. And then I can actually upgrade something there.
Is that
So,
a gun?
yeah, it is a gun.
What kind of gun? It's just not something you associate with Greek mythology, just a gun.
Yeah, and it has a grenade launcher.
That's my favorite weapon now.
I guess I can do a run with it. I guess, like, again, it's a ranged option, so it's actually pretty. It's better. I just don't like melee options because, like, you need to keep your distance to not get hit so many
Yeah,
times.
melee don't quite mesh with this game. At least with the sword, you got range, but the fist, nah, too short.
Yeah, but even with the sword, I'm having trouble with it because of the lack of range. It's like, yeah.
Right, well, we don't have time for another run because we know how this
Yeah.
works. So, do whatever extra stuff you need to do now.
Yep. But I can now unlock even more here. That was that. Oh yeah, this one actually wasn't that bad.
Just say, don't forget the variant.
Yeah, like this one. It's like
That's expensive.
it kind of needs a bit of setup, but with every god you have a status effect. Some just give it to you straight away, and it's again like 40%.
Yeah, but 2 status effects isn't super often, but it is practical. It's nice to have It's nice to have a bonus regardless of anything.
Yeah.
It's a status effect you don't think about, but it is helpful in the long run.
And
what's the last one?
This is the boon chance to be.
I'm guessing the common stuff isn't super valuable.
This is actually the one I want. This is like the chamber rewards to
be better value.
Yeah, to not get the darkness or the keys, which I mean, I kind of still need a bit of the keys.
But when
when
you've unlocked all the things, you don't need the keys anymore.
Yeah, and you also like the darkness is pretty much a wasted room if you like compare it to getting a boon.
I mean, considering how much of the darkness you've already spent is maxed out, it gets to a point where it's not needed.
Per room I get 10, and I just get it from defeating the bosses again. So yeah. Or by dying, because I picked a fight with Karen, which I never should do.
No, you were streaming, so you have to showcase it. That's how we do it here.
Yeah, I have showcase. It wasn't like I'm going to fuck up my run doing this, but yeah.
You weren't committing the run anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, since we don't have any time, that's it for the day for Hades.
Damn limits. Alright, so that'll do for a stream then. Right, so
still one more success, so
yeah, so
2 now.
Yeah. So 8 more to go.
Yeah. And if this continues to be a drag, I will just turn on God mode.
No, we're making good progress. I'm happy with the pace we're going.
Yay.
Right, cool. Right, so that'll do for a stream. So check back tomorrow for another run of Hades and see if we go for another one. Or maybe 2 wins in per stream.
This could have been a win if it wasn't stupid.
But you wanted to be a streamer and showcase what happens when you make a bad oopsie.
Don't mess with Karen, seriously.
Alright, so yeah, so till then, bye.